Seated there with him are directors and the district town planning officer from the various local government that gather covers. In no particular order, I would like to start from the DG, right, to introduce the legal director, the director in charge of the legal department, Mr. Emenike Carlo Esquire. Next to him is the district town planning officer in charge of about North, town planner Chukwu Ebere Harris. Next to her is town planner Okechukwu Opara, who is the district town planning officer in charge of Obingwa. Moving into DG left, like I said, is in no particular order, is the director in charge is the director of planning, GADA, town planning, Mr. Opara, Okechukwu Opara, sorry. Next to him, our director is town planner Chinwe Ekuribe, also our landlady is in charge of town planning, Aba South Town Planning Authority. Also, in our midst is town planner Chinyere Ibeledu, who is in charge of district town planning office, Summer B. Next to her is Mr. Town Planner Zokubo Ekechi, also in district town planning office. The last but not the least is the HOD Planning Research and Statistics, Mr. Gochi Shedra. The gentlemen of the press will like to, the DG, I believe that the DG would like to know the media houses that are here present. Please say something.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jude Ochan. I'm head of news, Magic FM. Good everybody. My name is journalist.
The DG and the members of the high table.
Is offering a 90-day moratorium for anyone who has a building, residential, commercial, any type of building in Aba that you have done without approval to come in and get the building approved. That way, the basic idea here is the collection of data, not IGR. Let's make it clear. For the questions, it's not about making money for the state. It's about the collection of data. In the modern world, it's difficult to plan without data. If you want to cite hospitals, schools, any other facility, social, financial, the first thing they will ask you is that, what is your market? Who are you serving? And as is today, we don't have that data because most of the things happen outside of the system. We don't have information in how many houses we have here. We don't have information on how many people we are serving. So if we want to cite a new hospital, we cannot say, for instance, that this part of Aba requires more than that part of Aba because that information just doesn't exist. So what we are doing basically is to be able to provide the government with the information we need to serve the people better. And what is happening now is that there's a 90-day moratorium from His Excellency to the people of the city, whether you live here or not, as long as you have an asset. Come in here, walk into any of the 5 or 6 local town planning authorities and get your documentations approved. And once that is done, it serves the following advantages. First, for you as the house owner, you are able to have a legal document from the state acknowledging the presence of that property. If tomorrow, as we are expanding roads and doing things, that building happen to be along the line that it will be affected, you will be fully compensated because the government is aware of it. But on the other hand, if it is not documented in government paper, that place is a vacant property. So if such things happen and you come to be compensated, would let you know that there's no building existing there. So this is like Christmas coming in September for the people of Aba. That is basically why we have asked you to help us disseminate this information. We'll be reaching out to some private radio stations, we'll be reaching out to some television stations, we'll be visiting traditional rulers, churches, everywhere. We'll be doing road shows to get this information across to the people so that they can come in their numbers to regularize their buildings that are already existing. And those that intend to invest, this is also an opportunity to take advantage of these 90 days to submit your application so you can be part of that discount. That is basically why we've asked you to come here and to assist us in disseminating this information. Thank you. You can take questions.
Approvals.
Your name, please.
My name is Jude. I work in Magic FNADA. Before now, some approvals were given for buildings to be constructed. However, some of those approvals might have come from the back door. Right? Would there be need for people who got approvals before now to also come to these offices and try to update or find out if their approvals are actually up to date or legit, as the case may be? Would that also be the case?
That's actually the case.
Okay.
What we are doing, that's why you guys are here. To let the people know is an opportunity to walk into any of our offices to verify if what you had collected in the past is legitimate.
Okay.
Like we said, it's a data-driven exercise. So you walk in here with your drawing, we go through our database, and that will be able to say whether it is legitimate or not. And if it is not, this is an opportunity to get it documented at a very cheap rate.
Sir, my name is Ejen Tuhinaka for the News Agency of Nigeria. I want to ask, I have discovered that even till now, in this Dr. Alex Oti's dispensation, people are still doing mago in offices. So, in that case, do you have any arrangements to ensure that people get to the right place and do whatever they are supposed to do to get the protection that they should get in this very program?
Okay, Mr. Ejendo, thank you very much. As a government, we have zero tolerance for people that take advantage of the public. As a government, it's our policy. I cannot sit here and tell you that the possibility of having one bad egg or the other in our organization does not exist. Of course it does. And that is why we are doing this. There are going to be telephone numbers you're going to see here. It's an information line. Call and drop a message. The public are advised not to pay money into anything that is not Abia State IGR account, and do not offer any of our officers money. The only money you're expected to pay is to be paid into the IGR account, either through remitter or Abia State IGR account. There are no charges involved in this. Walk into any of our offices, get your drawings documented, they will work out what you're supposed to pay, they'll give it to you. You go back to your house, go to remitter, pay the money to government account, and bring them proof of payment. Or you go to the bank, pay into the Abia State IGR account, and bring them proof of payment. Nobody, in fact, if we see you giving anybody money, we'll also not just arrest the person that collected the money, but arrest you that paid the money. You are encouraged not to give anybody any money. Thank you.
My name is Kelechi. I want to find out if this new program that's going into this now work with CFO process.
Now, CFO is a document that certifies your ownership of land. As part of the process of approval, you have to show proof of ownership. But that proof of ownership doesn't necessarily have to be a CFO. A registered deed of assignment is enough for this. So, or power of attorney, or native land certificate from your traditional ruler, depending on where you are from, is enough for as proof of ownership. And building plan approval is not a proof of ownership of the land. It is a permit to build. So you cannot substitute your C of O with building plan permit. They are two different documents and they serve two different purposes.
My name is Ugochukwu Awali. This one is building approval. Walking around town, the construction site, you usually see stop work. The next time we come, you see that stop work, building is still going on, structure is still going on. So what does it really mean? Those red markets, because I have some of the buildings, people are still living there, but they are still that stop work.
Thank you, Ugochukwu. That is part of the challenges we are facing. Prior to our coming, Louis can come. Great to see you. And Jenny. Please,